All right, here we go. This is going to be a look at the OOTP Baseball 22 trailer. My thoughts, reactions. Not really a look at the trailer because I mean honestly, there's not really that much to see. But talking about the game. What it's going to look like here in 2021. Yeah, I've got some mixed opinions about OOTP. I'm gonna get the game. I mean, come on, let's just be realistic here. I mean, I'm gonna get it. I don't know. None of these features really scream out to me, and really, anyways, we're gonna go through them. We're gonna see kind of my thoughts on each one of these big features that they have in this trailer. I don't know. And as far as, I'm planning on doing a series here on YouTube for OOTP 22 this year. I'm not sure if I want to do my main save or not on this. If we want to do like a backup save as well, I'll probably do my main save here, kind of just showing the most important stuff, the highlights, anyways. I don't think we need to really bog down the commentary with so much shit like that. But let's just get into it here. Let's go. I must say the one thing is that the trailer is actually a lot more high quality than it's been in the past. It's actually like an actual trailer. Last couple of years, I think it just had some real stills. Not really a trailer in the sense, but it was just kind of looked a little bit more amateurish. This is a bit more professional. It seems like so. It's the marketing side of the game is one thing that they say is getting better. Personally, it doesn't really mean much to me because I'm gonna get the game regardless. But maybe casuals will watch this and think good of it. I don't know.
Out of the Park Baseball 22. Play what the pros play. The world's best baseball.
I must say these 3D ballparks are what they're hyping up. They do look really good. Definitely a huge step up.
Play what the pros play. The world's best.
And that's one thing that I'm kind of hesitant about with this game. The way it's gone the past couple of years, I've been focusing a lot on the 3D gameplay, on the actual games, as opposed to me. I simulate the majority of my games, and even this year, I play most of my games in 2D, just because it slows down my computer. I mean, it doesn't really run all that well on my computer. I mean, that's my issue, not the game's issue. Although my computer should be good. I don't know. It's not. Maybe it doesn't. It's not a gaming PC, but it's fine for everything else. But it just doesn't really work well with 3D graphics and OOTP. But these do look really good. But I mean, they're spending a lot of time doing these 3D ballparks, which personally to me doesn't mean much to me. I'll play them in 2D. I don't really care. I play the postseason out, and I play like opening day. And I play like if a top prospect debuts or if I trade for a player and they come up and trade for a player and they make their debut, I'll play their first game or something like that. But I don't play many games out. I know that there are players out there that play literally every single game out. That's not really my goal. That's not the way that I play. But, I expect the game to kind of... I expect the game to cater to their needs as well. It's good to have this in. But at the same time, I don't personally care that much about the 3D improvements. Doesn't mean much to me, but it does look good. It looks good. Looks very good. I mean, that is a really good backdrop there. A big improvement from where they've been in the past. But again, for me, not very high up on the priority list.
Baseball strategy game. Whether you're new school or old school, all that matters is winning. Take full control of any current Major League Baseball franchise. Discover and develop elite players, coaches, and...
So right here, these screens all look the same. I don't see much that's different here. Although the one thing is these are tabs now, as opposed to what they've been in the past. At least the one thing that we're not... Like last year, I think it was a little bare on features, if I'm honest. That the one thing that they promoted was a big green continue button. At least there's none of that this year, as far as I'm concerned, which is something that I turned off immediately anyway. I didn't really... that was like a weird thing to hype up, in my opinion, but... these screens don't look much different to me. They all look pretty much the same. Not that they need to change at all, but like right here, for instance... team stats. I was hoping maybe we could get some more stats here. I don't personally care about batting average, where my team ranks in batting average. I don't really care where they rank in stolen bases. If we could at least maybe customize those, that'd be pretty cool. But fine, fair enough. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to change here. But one thing that's interesting here, I just kind of noticed this over here, is that they have these rosters set up here. Corbin Burns is in the bullpen. That's interesting. Obviously, that's not anything that they can do, but I mean, they're touting AI improvements as well, but Corbin Burns is not going to be in the bullpen. That's just whatever.
Current Major League Baseball franchise. Discover and develop elite players, coaches, and scouts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look right here, see if there's anything different here. Nothing that stands out really. Okay.
Run your team your way and build a world.
See, this looks pretty good here as well. The 3D animations, those look good. I know that there are people that will buy it just for this. It's personally not something I'm ever going to really use.
Series champion, the Infinite Baseball Sandbox. All new for 2021. Stunning new 3D ballparks for every major league team.
Right,
or
so
build your own unique, majestic landmark with our
the ballpark
dramatically
creator.
Improved ballpark.
Ballpark creator sounds good in theory. It was very bare bones last year.
Build your own unique, majestic landmark
at all. I actually couldn't get it to work. Like, it would freeze my computer every time I tried to create one. Not freeze it, but I couldn't quite get it going. I couldn't never really get it to work on my end. Again, that might just be an issue for me. I don't know if I didn't keep up with the bugs or anything like that. I don't know if there were bugs on this. I didn't use it personally. Again, it was pretty bare bones last year, and to me personally, not really a big factor for me. Not really anything that I personally care too much about. Although it would be nice to have them for when I expand the league eventually, if inevitably when I expand the league. To kind of give each team some more flair, but again, it doesn't really make a difference to me. But I know some people love it. Some people love it for their custom leagues, which makes sense. But yeah, not personally something that I care too much about.
Mark with our dramatically improved ballpark construction kit. A completely remodeled coaching system that connects and impacts your entire organization. All new.
So the coaching system, this is their big thing for the offline players here, for the GM-only players here, which is me. They don't show you much about it, and they had the press release, whatever, the announcement come out yesterday. I actually forgot that it was even, it showed up in my inbox. I'm like, whoa, completely forgot about this. But yeah, without seeing anything about it right now, I can't put much stock into it. Is it going to be like the scouting last year, the redeveloped scouting, which is kind of just all you really have to do is just keep pressing request scouting report until it comes in back at very high? Is that what it's, like they sold the scouting system, which seemed pretty underwhelming to me last year. The coaching staffs, I agree. Staff and coaching needed to be kind of updated. It's been pretty bad, I would say, for the past few years. All coaches as a whole were just really random. You couldn't poach players. You couldn't poach coaches from other teams. So you could have like your bench coach stay as your bench coach for like a decade. Never get a manager spot, for instance. Third base coaches, first base coaches. I don't really know how necessary that is. Like, is it just going to be, I'm just going to hire the one that's aggressive and that matches my strategy, right? I don't really know how that's really going to impact the game in any single way, but fine, base coaches, whatever, fine. And something about a minor league, I want to get the wording right, so let me pull it up. Let me pull it up, 1 second. Okay, yeah, so right here, this is their official wording here. So, dramatically upgraded coaching systems, first base and third base coach specialists, which teach players and prospects specific skills. So, without seeing that in real life, without seeing that in a kind of what the long-term effects of that are, and I doubt they're going to show it. They're not going to go into a save when they're, previewing the game for the next couple of weeks. They're not going to go into a game and start in 2021 and show what the impact is of that coach. 5-10 years down the line, they're just not going to do it when they're hyping up a game. They're not going to do it. So without really knowing what I'm getting there, I don't really know what that really will do. I don't know what the impact is of that. I guess that's something that we're going to have to figure out. But again, I don't know how much of an impact that's going to make. Like, one thing that is interesting is that you will maybe be able to have like an organizational philosophy, which would be kind of interesting. Like, if I'm going to GM the Colorado Rockies, for instance, perhaps I can do that where kind of I develop I get a specialist here. Is that what it's going to be like? Is this what it's going to be like? So if I'm GMing the Colorado Rockies and I hire a specialist to help with the pitchers, I want to develop the strikeout ability. You know, if I wanted to get rid of the BABIP luck that goes into Colorado, I want to develop strikeout heavy pitchers, so that way they can, you know, there's less balls in play, which is a strategy that you could theoretically go with in Colorado. This is just off the top of my head, but yeah, you know, if you wanted to do that, is that something that I can teach and hire the specialists and have them try to teach, or have them try to teach throughout my entire minor league system? And that's kind of like our organizational strategy, our organizational philosophy. Or if I'm, for instance, you know, the New York Yankees, and I want to develop left-handed pull hitting, you know, I want to develop left-handed power hitters to go to the pull side to take advantage of Yankee Stadium. Is that something I'm going to be able to do? It's not going to be that. Is it going to be that specific? Is it going to be that? Is it going to be that simple, or am I just going to tell the specialist, hey, have this guy learn contact ability, have this guy learn control? Is it going to be like that? I hope it's a little bit more fleshed out than that, is what I'm trying to say. It sounds good on paper here. The scouting system sounded well and good on paper last year as well. It turned out to be really underwhelming, in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. And so, but align your coaching staff to maximize their talents to apply to your players. So if I hire coaches that are pitching coaches that are ground ball oriented, is that actually going to make the difference? Are my pitchers actually going to turn into ground ball pitchers or develop better ground ball skills? I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. And hire coaches away from other teams. That's probably pretty interesting as well. I can see myself scourging through, the coaching staffs for each team and try to poach guys. I can definitely see myself spending like a good 30 minutes doing that, because I like to get in deep in this crap. But yeah, is that what we're gonna do? I don't know. I have to wait and see, I guess. So one second, let me switch back over to the trailer. All right, back with the trailer. Let's keep going. So all these screens, first of all, look the same as well. Nothing here that looks overly different. Yeah, all of this kind of just looks the same here as well.
Strategies and management options give you unprecedented control.
See, now this is interesting as well. They talk about strategy.
All new strategies and management options.
All of these are already here. You can get that look in the game already. This is, I don't see anything different here. This is pitch around, intentional walk, runners, hold runners, play infield in. I guess one of them should be outfield in as well. But guard lines, infield shifts, outfield depth. I think those might be new. I don't even know if they are, though. But again, I don't know how different that's going to end up being.
New strategies,
but those have been in the game for
and
years.
Management options give you unprecedented control.
Bunt for hit. This is hook starters, hook relievers. These might be different, but again, they don't show what that is.
Plus,
again, our two more sliders
dozens of
in strategy
and
really
performance
make a difference. Like, I question how much of a difference they even make anyway.
Better. And of course,
and then perfect team, which is something I never have touched ever. Not for me. Not my type of game.
Perfect team 22.
I don't really care about these type of game modes, so this is all just going in through one year out the other.
The critically acclaimed online competition roars back this season with more strategies, more content, and a brand new mode. Perfect Draft. Out of the Park Baseball.
So not something that I ever will play. I've never touched Perfect Team
available
in my life.
Worldwide on March 26th.
So March 26th. I'm gonna get it. I'm obviously gonna get the game. I'm gonna play it. But last year, for instance, I remember I should have been playing it a lot more, don't you think? Because there was no real life baseball at the start of the year. I didn't play it very much at all at the beginning of the year. It didn't hold my interest that much. So we'll see what happens. And then I got back into it later on. But I imported my Marlin save, and that was really fun. I'm going to keep importing my Marlin save. I don't know how much I'm going to touch it, though. But yeah, OOTP 20, without seeing anything, really, I don't really know what to make of this. There's features that I care about are ones that they're not talking about. The coaching system, I need to see more of. I need to see more of the supposed AI improvements, which is something that we won't really know anything about until we actually get into the game and start playing the saves. I want the game to be difficult. I want it to be harder. And I think I am going to make it a little bit harder for myself this year as well. I'm going to set some rules for myself and whatnot. We'll get into that, though, when we get into it. But yeah, OOTP 22 coming to the channel eventually once it comes out. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a couple of videos here in the next couple of weeks. I'm planning on doing some, like, the best teams to use, in my opinion, the most fun teams to play as in OOTP when you're starting a new game. Planning on doing that. I'm going to do a series as well. So hopefully, I'm planning on doing it with Cleveland at the moment. I think I am going to do it with Cleveland. But we'll see how it goes, But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. Just some quick thoughts on the OOTP 22 announcement. Yeah, we'll see what it ends up looking like. So yeah, I guess I'll do it. Till next time. See you guys later.